Welcome to Rebuild Prime Time, the fastest 5 minutes in the Rebuild universe. Getting you caught up on last week and looking ahead to week number 8. Man, how time flies. World Series kicking off tonight. I am recording this on Friday. We got the World Series starting tonight, so I thought I'd go with a baseball theme to celebrate the day. Let's look at our first game of the week. Philadelphians taking care of easy work by less than a point. What a thrilling one this was. James squeezed out a win. This is James's third straight win. Now moves into a tie for the final playoff spot. And as for Brandon, I've kind of seen this story before, right? We think he's good, then we're not so sure, then we think he's done, and then he's not. Reminds me of the Houston Astros. We always think they're out of it. They are never out of it, just like Brandon. Even though he drops the game, still leading the division. Is he for real? He'll show us, I'm sure, as the season goes on. Bull City Ballers crushes Are We Counting Pancakes? That right, Josh rolls through this league as always. He is now the highest point scorer in the league after another impressive number. Can you close the deal? This year, if you're following baseball closely, the Atlanta Baseball Club was the number one team basically all season long, only to wipe out in the playoffs. Can Josh close the deal this year? Or does he go the way of Atlanta and Ronald Acuna Jr.? We will see. This will hurt, puts the high score of the week on the live squad. Patrick Mahomes leading the way as he snaps a 3-game losing streak. Been an uneven year for both of these teams, both a little bit kind of get a streak going and then take a tough loss. They are currently tied for those final playoff spots, so there's no worry here. I'm looking at Texas Rangers type of field of these two teams. The Rangers had it going early, then kind of had some rough spots in the middle of the year, but will be tonight hosting Game 1 of the World Series. Is that the way it'll go for Live Squad or this will hurt? We'll see as the year goes on. Team Royer, a big win over champs are here. That's right. Team Royer gets a much-needed win, moves to 2-5. However, that is still 2 games out of the playoffs. And as for Mike, 3 games out of the playoffs at 1-6. Not good this time around. I'm reminded of the Yankees, reminded of the Red Sox. 2 teams that were expected to be in the mix for playoff spots this year and ended up finishing 4th and 5th in the AL East. These teams are reminding me of that right there. Tua, legit to quit. That's right. My boys brought it against Team Jamad. They win their game. Jamad gave me all I wanted, but look, Jordan Addison closed the deal on Monday Night Football. Second straight win for me. My team really rounding into form right now, 4-3. Kind of remind myself of the Diamondbacks a little bit, right? We kind of didn't get off to the greatest of starts, but getting a little bit of a roll here and come World Series time there. When I say I'm going to make the Super Bowl, I'm not. I'm saying my team kind of reminds me of that. That's all I'm saying. So let's look at your power rankings. Not many changes here. Bull City Ballers 1, makes sense. They're leading division. Easy work. Number 2, makes sense. They're leading the division. This will hurt in 3rd. Skill Dolphins at 4. Live Squad at 5. Too legit to quit. Those are the 4 teams tied for the last 2 playoff spots. Totally makes sense. Are We Counting Pancakes? A game out of the playoffs. Team Jamad and Team Roy are 2 out of the playoffs. The champs are here 3 games out. This is making total sense right here. Your Week 8 preview. This will hurt taking on Team Jamad John, a heavy favorite in this game. Live Squad taking on champs are here. Heavy favorite for PC in this game. Are We Counting Pancakes taking on Team Royer? Grant is a massive favorite in that game. Can those 3 teams win to keep their playoff hopes going, or do we have an upset here from one of the bottom 3 teams in the league? Skilled Elves and myself, a huge game, both in the Old Testament division. James currently a 2-point favorite over me in a battle of 4-3 teams. Someone moves the game up if he continues to solidify that playoff position. But your game of the week, there's none on this. When the 2 division leaders kick off, this is anybody's game right here. Bull City Ballers at 6-1. Brandon bringing a 5-2 record to the party. Josh currently riding a 6-game winning streak, first in this league in scoring. And despite leading that New Testament division, Brandon just hits a mediocre 5th in the league in scoring. So in my opinion, we got Josh as the favorite in this game, but look at this. Brandon currently projected to win 159-150. Look, there are no bye weeks. Josh is outscoring Brandon by 16 points per game. Give me Josh in this one. I don't know about ESPN's doing here, but as the announcer would say, it's anybody's game. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in, and we will talk to you next week with your Week 8 recap.